After today, the Mets will splash their way out of San Diego, hoping to sail to a series victory before they leave town. Yeah, the Mets are looking to light the lamp in Southern California. At Petco Park in San Diego, the New York Mets play the San Diego Padres. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to San Diego. Gary Cohen, Keith Hernandez with you today as the Mets play the rubber game of their series with the Padres. The Mets came out of the All-Star break with a lot of optimism, 8-2 on their last homestand before the break. They've got two very tough assignments on this road trip in Seattle and Milwaukee coming up, and that makes this a very pivotal game today.
Well, you know, you're almost into August, and mid-August really begins the stretch run, so you're kind of positioning yourself right now. They were able to get within 7. They are 7 back right now. They're on a big, long road trip, as Gary just said, and I'm sure you Met fans know it's important to beat this, take this first series and move on with a positive attitude going into much stiffer competition in Seattle and Milwaukee.
Mets got shut out last night here in San Diego by All-Star Tyson Ross. Pitching matchup today, Zach Wheeler goes for the Mets, and Zach has really turned things on coming into the All-Star break.
Well, his last 3 starts, he's gotten into the 7th inning, only given up 1 run. He's big key for him, we always know, is his secondary pitches. When he gets them over, in his last start, he was fabulous with his breaking stuff. He's tough. He always brings that fastball with him, throws very hard, one of the hardest throwers in the league. He's been very tough on the road his last 5 starts. He's 2-1 with an ERA below 2.
And a very different kind of assignment for the Mets hitters today. They'll face the Cuban defector Odrisamer Despaigne, just his 5th major league start, and he's a handful.
Well, he's like El Duque, Louis Tion, you name it, wrapped into one. He throws from all kinds of deliveries. He has a eephus pitch. He's got a turnover screwball, spots his fastball. He's quite the character. You see so many pitchers today that have that same wind-up, much like golf with the same swing. Well, this guy cuts the mold. He is his own guy. He likes to pitch in front of big venues. He had a great start his last time out against the Dodgers.
So it's Wheeler against Despaigne here in San Diego. The Mets came out of the break riding the wave, and they try and avoid wiping out in San Diego this afternoon. Mets and Padres, all the action coming your way today on SNY. Hyundai. Hyundai leaves the rest wanting. Find out why by visiting buyhyundai.com today. By Geico. By Citi. Citi cards can get you in on the action and closer to the game with access to special benefits at Citi Field this season. Visit Mets.com/Citi to learn more. And by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on the most exciting lineup ever. Shop at ChooseNissan.com. You can follow every Mets game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replay, scores, stats, audio, free MLB.tv game of the day, and more. Download on the App Store or visit Mets.com today. Time for you to send in your AT&T fan photo of the game. Tweet or Instagram your photo using hashtag SNYFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown later today during the game. The Mets wrap up their series in San Diego, leaning on Zach Wheeler to get them the rubber game. Mets and Padres, first pitch coming up from Petco Park. That's a great sight, isn't it?
Great day for a dog on the water.
Before the game, just moments ago, this is 105-year-old Agnes McGee.
Forever young.
She is from Oceanside, California, and she just threw out the first pitch for today's game. Good for you, Agnes.
You're darn right.
I like the full windup.
I did too.
Here's your Geico Mets starting lineup for today. Bobby Abreu will get the call in left field today after Kirk Neuenhuis started the first two games in the series. Otherwise, the same unit out there after the Mets got shut out for the first time in better than a month last night. They'll try and rev it up again today in the rubber game of this series. And, you know, anything's possible today.
Uh-oh. Get down, Gary. Give me 20.
I get goosebumps just looking at the drill sergeants out in the field.
There are, let me see, 4 in the infield and 3 in the outfield, and they're all in great shape. There's a very mettled veteran right there on the mound. Marine Sergeant. He's got a ton of medals.
Drusamar Despaigne, who just came to this country a few short months ago, getting acquainted with the U.S. military. And some of the young servicemen in attendance today on Military Sunday for the Padres, wearing their camo uniforms, and that is Odrisamer Despaigne, who has taken the National League by storm.
Well, Cuban defector, as the Cubans are taking the Major League Baseball by storm. 27 years old. This is his 5th start. He has not had a bad start yet. His first start was at San Francisco, where he got the win. Went 7 innings, shutout ball, didn't walk anybody. His next 2 starts, he got a win in Arizona, a no decision at San Francisco, where he walked 4 in both those games. Got a little bit of trouble, but only gave up 1 run. And in his last outing against the Dodgers, he was 7 innings, 2 runs, and 7 Ks, no walks. So he's a little bit out of like El Duque, Louis Tiant. I'm looking very much forward to watching this man throw. And we'll take a look at the Pods defense, brought to you by Coors Light. Denorpia gets a start in right field. His first start. Venable will be in center. The infield, Alexi Amarista has played some really fantastic shortstop. Made 2 sparkling plays in the hole and 1 up the middle. And there's your battery there. Grandal hit a home run last night.
It is an all-Cuban battery. Yasmani Grandal, who grew up in this country but was born in Cuba. When these 2 first hooked up in Despaigne's debut, it was the first time in the major leagues there had been a Cuban battery since Camilo Pascual and Paul Casanova for the Washington Senators back in 1969.
I did not know Casanova was Cuban.
Padres put on the shift against Curtis Granderson, and we're set to go. Despaigne's first pitch of the afternoon is taken high, and we're underway. Granderson 3 for 8 in the series. He has really thrived in the leadoff spot. He's now had 20 or more starts both as a leadoff man and as a cleanup hitter, which is a rare thing. He has a call strike, 1-1. In fact, he's only the 4th player in Mets history to have 20 starts in both the leadoff role and the cleanup spot in the same season. 75 degrees at game time, and Granderson takes inside, 2-1. Well, you should expect to see everything from Despaigne: arm angles, eephus pitches, sinkers, cutters, the whole works. And Granderson pops one up into shallow center. Venable coming on to get under it, and looking through the sunglasses, he's got it, 1 away.
Well, we'll take a look at one of his motions. Despaigne, big leg kick, turns the back to the hitter.
There's a little bit of El Duque in that leg kick, isn't there?
A little bit.
I mean, El Duque would go into that full hunch with the leg up and almost meeting his chest. Here's Murphy, who's only 1 for 9 in this series. And Daniel watches outside, held the swing in time, 1-0.
Daniel got a hit his last time at bat last night, 1 for 4. He's 1 for 8 in the second half so far, but he's swinging the bat good. So you got a new pitcher, and that's something that I always did, Gare. And it took the first strike, and hopefully you got more than 1 pitch, and then you see 2 pitches, and you've seen his breaking ball, and then you've seen his fastball.
Here's the breaking ball, rolled down to first. Gilbert handles it for the second out. So Murphy retired, 2 out and nobody on. And now David Wright. A rough series for David so far. Remember, he had the cortisone shot in his shoulder right after the game last Sunday to give him a few days off coming into the second half, but he has gone 0 for 8 in this series and has not looked very good at the plate.
Well, he struck out twice last night and did not look good doing it, and I'm just wondering if his shoulder's bothering him. He will not say one way or the other.
And Despagne paints the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. David at 279 for the year. And quickly Despaigne ahead 0-2, and you can see how he's changing speeds on his fastball. He's already been between 89 and 93. He goes away again and just misses 1-2.
Thought he had it there. Good movement on that fastball. That was a Cologne fastball. Tried to start it outside corner. Watch it try to break it back in. Oh boy, that's a lot of movement.
Breaking ball, strike 3 call. So Despaigne showing off his wares in the first inning. Sets the Mets down 1-2-3. Mets have to go to school on him. Nasty hook. Zach. Have been on an unusual offensive tear. 10 runs in the first 2 games of this series for the team that has scored the fewest runs of any team in the major leagues, still averaging under 3 runs per game, but they've had a good couple of days, and they'll take on Zach Wheeler for the second time this year.
Well, the walks have been down for Wheeler. That has been his key in this little resurgence here. 5-8. He's 3 starts away from getting it to 500. He's in the same boat as the Mets as a team. Right now what the Mets need to do is you take it a game at a time, but get to 500. That's the first step, and get there quickly and then go forward.
Alexi Amarista waving at the fastball at 97. Amarista's had a good series, 4 for 8.
He's a little pesky little guy, plays a nice shortstop, hits the ball the other way. The nice little table setter.
Really more of a utility player than anything else for the Padres. Their regular shortstop Everett Cabrera's out with a hamstring injury. He was out running the bases today. Going to start a rehab assignment tomorrow. So Amarista's been filling in. So he started 61 games. It's only the 18th he started at shortstop.
Well, what hurts Amarista, if he's a leadoff hitter, is in 204 at bats, he's only got 16 walks. He's not hitting, even though he's hit the ball good. 240 for the year, and his on base percentage is below 300.
Wheeler ahead of him 1-2, and he tries to dot the outside corner and just missed. 2-2. Chase Headley on deck, then Seth Smith against Wheeler, who was beaten by the Padres back in June. Gave up 4 runs in 5 innings, lost to Jesse Hahn. Hooked on the ground right at Murphy, and Daniel takes care of Amarista for the first down.
Yeah, we'll take a look at your Metropolitan defense. That's brought to you by Lexus. Abreu hasn't started in a while. He's in left field today. Newell has kind of cooled off or gotten off to a shaky start. The infield is the same. It's been red hot. And Darno in that 5th spot has been thriving.
Here's Chase Headley. Headley 3 for 8 in this series. Driven in 3 runs. Hit a couple of balls solidly left center the last 2 nights.
Now remember, Gary, in Wheeler's last start, the Mets gave him a nice bulge, a nice lead. He worked on his changeup a lot, threw more changeups. He got Amarista out on a changeup there. Let's see if he's going to go work his changeup a little more in his repertoire in today's game. Try to build on it.
Especially against the left-hand hitters. What we've seen so often with Zach, again today, throwing extremely hard in the first inning, 97-98. Headley lines one, and Murphy able to snag it for the second out.
Well, Zach always brings that cheddar with him. He's always a Cholula. It's a Cholula favorite.
Two out and nobody on now. Seth Smith. Smith 1 for 8 in the series. Had one of the 3 Padre home runs in the game last night. Smith has been by far the best hitter in the San Diego lineup all year. Top 10 in the National League in both on base percentage and slugging percentage.
The Pods hit 3 home runs. There's a Cholula. I knew that would come up.
You asked for it. You get. See, now we didn't get the Cholula on the 98. We get it on the 96.
Yeah,
that's a sub Cholula.
You fans out there, I recommend it on your omelets in the morning.
Wheeler really needs more than anything else as Smith goes around in the half swing on that slider. He needs fast innings. And it's been the issue for Zach when he has struggled this year, and one of the reasons he has not consistently gone deeper into games. 17.5 pitches per inning. That's the 3rd highest total in the major leagues. And Smith prolongs this inning with an opposite field hit. So a 2-out single for Seth Smith, the first base runner of the day.
Good running fastball away and good hitting. Now remember, left-handers too. Zach has that natural tailing fastball away from lefties. He has to pitch inside. You can't have those left-hand hitters diving out there. That's where he gets hurt.
Now Yasmani Grandal, who hit the longest home run of the season at Petco Park last night, a 440-foot shot to right center and a curveball in for a strike. Grandal played first base last night, back behind the plate today. Switch hitter, but a far better left-hand hitter than right. Smith not a base stealing threat. Wheeler's done a great job controlling the running game this year. Back-to-back curveballs, and he gets ahead on Grandal 0-2.
Well, we're going to do this again.
Fastball velocity presented by Verizon Fios, making life more entertaining with America's fastest, most reliable internet. That's powerful.
Now Zach has relinquished the number 4 position his last start. He's down in the 5 position.
Now I guess it bears saying that that's just starting pitchers.
Right.
There's no Aroldis Chapman on that list.
No.
But the interesting thing about Zach is the way his fastball velocity tends to fluctuate over the course of games. I mean, what we showed was his average, but he'll be 97, 98 early in the game, and then be more in the 93, 94 range later on.
Well, I think probably when the game starts, he's got his adrenaline flowing. But no change in his motion, Gare.
Grandal down on strikes. That's some serious heat. Wheeler has his first strikeout, and that gets him through the opening inning. On to the second in San Diego. Lucas Duda to lead it off with no score.
That's why they have earthquakes here. The fault line running right down the left coast, north to south. San Andreas Fault up north is the northern tip.
Lucas Duda leads off the second inning and takes a strike from Despaigne.
And there's the shift on Lucas. Even though we've talked about him using left center field, notice the outfielders now used to play him a little, left fielder used to play him a little more down the line. Now they're taking the gap away from him.
And what they also do before 2 strikes is keep the third baseman home against the threat of the bunt, which Lucas has attempted a couple of times. Brings to mind the little scuffle yesterday in the Texas-Toronto game with Colby Lewis and Colby Rasmus, which I thought was rather absurd. Rasmus bunted in the 5th inning in a 2-0 game, and Lewis got all over his case saying he was disrespecting the game and not playing. I mean, just here's my feeling. If they're playing the shift against you and they're giving you that bunt, which they don't do here until 2 strikes, take it.
Yeah.
Take it 100 times. Then they'll stop shifting.
I actually, around 2 times, saw Dave Kingman do it with the Mets. As a Cardinal, obviously, and big shift, and he put down a couple bunts. They're base hits. My feeling was, let him bunt.
Well, I agree with you when it comes to the 40 home run hitters.
Yes.
2-2 to Duda, and he crowds him with the cutter, 3-2. But for the run-of-the-mill big left-handed bat, take your bunt. If they're going to give you a hit, take a hit.
I agree.
And that'll get them to stop shifting eventually, and they'll get you more hits. 3-2 coming, and it's bounced into the shift. Nelson, the second baseman, on the outfield grass, and that's the first out.
All right, so Despaigne has a nice little changeup he's throwing. He hasn't located it great, but he's using it against the left-handers. He got Murph to roll over, and now we got Duda to roll over. Remember, he's got the element of surprise. It's the first time they face this guy. Everybody's kind of probing and feeling him out, and they should be paying very close attention in the dugout.
Travis d'Arnaud 4 for 9 in this series, including the game-winning hit on Friday night. d'Arnaud now 18 games since his recall, hitting .314, and he has solidified, at least for the moment, that 5th spot in the batting order.
I just like the way he swung the bat last night, even though he made an out. Last 2 at bats, he got behind the count and really was a tough out with 2 strikes. And I like to see that. You don't see a lot of good 2-strike hitters anymore.
Fastball blooped on the right side, and there is Gobert to grab it for the second out.
So Despaigne knows what he's doing on the mound. He's 27 years old. A Cuban team defected over in Europe, right, Gary?
Yeah, he was with the national team last year in Spain, and he defected, came to Mexico, and then this February he had a showcase, and Omar Minaya was telling us that 20 major league teams showed up for the showcase. And it wasn't until May that the Padres signed him, and they only gave him a $1 million bonus, which compared to what some of the Cuban players are getting was very little money. And here just 2 months later, pitching effectively in the big leagues.
I'll take it.
Abreu takes a strike.
I'll take it.
Yeah. But I mean, compared to Jose Abreu getting $60-some million.
It's just amazing the money that's being tossed around right now in today's game.
Well, the thing also is, as more Cuban players enjoy success, and you look at Yasiel Puig and Jose Abreu and on, more and more teams are looking in that direction.
Yep.
and thinking, well, if that's the level playing Cuba, then we need some of that.
Well, I've always heard, even when I was a kid, that the best players in the Caribbean were in Cuba and they just couldn't get out because of obviously the revolution. Castro. And what's my understanding is that they're bigger than the Puerto Ricans physically, and there you go right there, the Cuban stars now that have come over and have really kind of stepped up in the forefront here. Those are some fine players coming from Cuba. And I'm not the least bit surprised.
Well, it's really expanded over the last decade as Abreu hooks one down the right field side. Denorfia with a long run. He'll get there, and that retires the side. So 6 up and 6 down for Adrisamer Despaigne. Zach Wheeler heads back to the mound with no score. Wheeler fires one below the knees for ball 1.
Venable hit only his 3rd home run last night
after hitting 22 a year ago.
Well, home runs are down. I mean, look at Matt Holliday. He hasn't even got 10 home runs. He's single digits.
Well, the examples are legion all over baseball.
Yep.
Jason Kipnis, who had a huge year last year for Cleveland, hadn't hit one in 3 months before he hit 2 the other night.
Makes you wonder. Stiffer penalties. Gary and I talked about it last night, or yesterday afternoon, twilight.
Classic example is Ryan Braun.
Yes.
His home run numbers have come down precipitously. And Wheeler with a nasty one strikes out Venable. Well, that was a 93-mile-an-hour slider.
Well, it's not a strike, but it starts out in the knees. If he can learn to do that ahead of the count, he's got a pitch to waste, Garrett. I'm telling you, it's a hard, tough pitch to lay off.
But Keith, a 93-mile-an-hour slider?
I'm saying.
Who does that?
Well, Wheeler does.
Yes.
J.R. Richards did.
Yeah?
J.R. threw wicked.
I mean, the hardest slider that I remember was John Smoltz, and he got it up to 90, but gosh. Here's Chris Denorfia, the Connecticut product, takes a strike. Denorfia was born in ESPN zone, Bristol, Connecticut.
J.R. Richards was 6'8", pitched in that very high mound in the Dome. And he looked like the Jolly Green Giant out there. He was just massive. He had hands, big hands. I tell you what, he's got the curveball working again, Garrett. This is 2 days in a row. I'll get back to JR. This is more contemporary and more critical for your Met fans. Wheeler's got the curveball working again from the get-go, and I like that. So I'll get back to JR real quick. It was the best breaking ball. It was the only breaking ball I ever faced that if he threw it right, In other words, down and into me. I couldn't hit it, Gary, and I would never say that to anybody else. I always had a chance to make contact, get a piece of it.
Curveball bounced to short. Nice big hop for Tejada. And he throws out to Norfield 2 away. But did he throw it in the strike zone or did he throw it out of the strike zone?
It was a strike. And from my mind's eye, what I saw out of his hand was the ball started at my chin, outside corner. And he had a big circle on the ball on his slider. Huge circle. Very, very unusual. Usually they're tight. And it would break down and in at the last minute. And if he put it down and in, I couldn't hit it. I had to take it. But he could hang it with the best of them, too, now.
So you hit one home run in your career against J.R. Richard.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
I was going to say, was that one of those hanging sliders?
I don't remember.
6 for 26, 1 home run.
That's a win, 231, folks. That's a win-win.
Jake Gobert, the batter, takes the fastball low.
And he also struck me out 7 times in 26 at-bats. That's high for me. But that's a win, too. You remember that All-Star game he pitched at Dodger Stadium and that 4 o'clock start was a 5:30 start, 1980, my second All-Star game. And he went out there and went through that American League lineup like Sherman through Georgia.
3-1 to Gobert. Chris Nelson, the number 8 hitter, on deck. Gobert, the rookie first baseman, 0 for his last 13. And he bloops one over short and promptly busts up that streak. So for the second straight inning, the Padres have a 2-out hit.
I'll tell you what, the Padres, for a team that has got majority of their everyday players and bench players hitting 240 and under, have really swung the bats well in this series.
They've scored 4 runs and 6 runs in the first 2 games of this series. It's only the 3rd time all year they've had back-to-back games where they scored 4 or more. That's how dreadful their offense has been for most of the season. But they had a good day against Wheeler the first time they faced him at Citi Field, and they've certainly had a good series so far. Here's Chris Nelson, and he takes the fastball off the plate. Nelson just called up this weekend to fill space at second base. Former Rockies first-round draft pick. 2 for 7 so far. Gobert has shown some speed. And that curveball bounces 2-0. You know, I was thinking about Wheeler. We talked last night about Dylan G pitching for the first time in 10 days coming out of the All-Star break. With Wheeler, this is his first start in 9 days. So you always wonder how sharp a guy is going to be in that first start out of the All-Star break with a long rest.
Well, he's an easygoing kid, young man, I should say. He's not overthrowing, I tell you that. He's got that nice, easy motion. There's his last 3 starts that have been really, I think, the walks are critical, particularly the last 2.
And interesting in that stretch of starts is the one against Texas. Now, I know Texas has had a terrible year, but his numbers this year, Wheeler, with extra rest have been awful.
Right.
And that one was on extra rest, and he pitched well, so that was important for him, even if it was just a little mental hurdle to get over.
Well, he's got a big stride home, doesn't he? He pushes off that rubber.
2-2 to Nelson. And Duda has it trickle off his glove. Gobert will go first to third. And Nelson is aboard. Looked like Duda had that one lined up, but he couldn't squeeze it, and it trickled away.
He just didn't get the glove down. Under the glove.
Oh, it never hit the glove.
Backhand. It hit his throwing hand. He did that on purpose. That's very clever. I never thought of that when I played.
Do you think he did that on purpose? I wouldn't have suspected.
Very clever, Mr. Bond.
So it's a base hit for Nelson. And now Despaigne looking for his first major league hit. 0 for 6 so far.
Play Murphy likes to play in that outfield grass. So we'll see what kind of a swing that Espana is going to display here, and it's not a very good one, the first one at least. Oh, a breaking ball. No, not bad. He has a clue. Wheeler, I tell you what. Really nice command. Even it's the pitcher up. It's still a nice command of his breaking stuff. That's a slider right there. So that's what it's all about with him. He gets that over. He's no day in the park.
Ahead on the opposing pitcher, 0-2. And the curveball bends inside. At least that's what Chris Guccione said. Might have been a strike. Nicely framed by d'Arnaud.
Which he does so well, d'Arnaud.
1-2 to Despaigne. And the breaking ball got him. Side retired. Third strikeout for Zach Wheeler. He strands a pair. That sends us off to the third. No score in San Diego. Concert after the Mets-Cubs game Saturday, August 16th as part of the Mets concert series presented by Dwayne Reed. Catch Boys to Men live in concert August 16th. For tickets, visit Mets.com/concerts. Juan Lagares will lead off for the Mets as we go to the third. It'll be Lagares, Tejada, and Wheeler against Odrisamer Despaigne, who was retired 6 in a row to begin the day.
Lagares 2 for 8. One in that first game of the series was a blooper, so he's been hit the ball a little better last night. He's trying to get his feel back after the break.
And a nice opposite field hit last night with a couple of men on. Some cautious base coaching kept him from potentially getting an RBI, and the Mets would leave the bases loaded in their best chance of the night against Tyson Ross. This one hit toward the middle, but there's Amarista to play. Nice hop for him. And one pitch produces one out for Despaigne. So on away now, Ruben Tejada. Ruben 1 for 5 in this series. Let's be going on to Seattle after the game today to take on a Mariners team that's played 28 innings the last 2 nights against the Angels. Lost in 16 innings Friday, won in 12 innings last night. And they're in a 3-3 game early against the Angels this afternoon. Mets will probably be hoping that they play another 15 innings, burn out their bullpen. Taken outside by Tejada, 1-0. A lot of familiar faces will greet the Mets in Seattle, including their hitting coach Howard Johnson.
Oh.
And there's Tejada getting hit by a pitch, giving the Mets the first base runner of the day.
Well, he dropped down, tried to throw a fastball running in. On the shoulder.
First batter Despaignier's hit in his 5 big league starts. So the Mets have their first man on, and now Wheeler will go up to bunt. So you got Howard Johnson, the hitting coach. Andy Chavez, of course, is a significant piece in Mets history. He's been playing very well for Seattle. Wheeler gets the bunt down. Nice one. Goldberg will slap the tag on him. Sacrifice 3 unassisted. Moving Tejada to second. Of course, you have Robinson Cano now. Folks in the truck just told me that Cano was scratched today with a hamstring injury. Didn't know that that was an issue for him.
Leading the American League in hitting.
335. But maybe the 28 innings the last 2 nights caught up to him.
Yeah, he's got quite a swing. I think 2 best swings in the game right now are, I like Carlos Cargo's swing, and Cano. I love his swing. They both get a little bit too loose with 2 strikes. They don't need to get a little more crouched, more set, but they're terrific hitters.
Curtis Granderson taking a curveball for a strike at 67 miles an hour from Despaigne.
There's your slow curveball. Playing on a shift on Granderson again, as we always happens.
Tejada at second and 2 out.
Change. It's down the middle. You don't want to get that change up down the middle. You can really get hurt.
The pitch to Despaigne has not really shown a whole lot. I mean, if you're Granderson, you got to be wondering what the heck's going to be coming now. Seeing the slow curve, seeing the changeup.
Got to bear down when you're 0-2, Gare. It's going to come in. He didn't get it in.
Granderson down on strikes to end the inning. Second strikeout for Despaigne. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. No score in San Diego. sorts in the ballpark tonight.
Beautiful day. It's always cooler down here. You're close to the water, of course, the ocean. I mean, if you play it up in L.A., it's hot in that valleys up there where Dodger Stadium is. If you had the ballpark on Santa Monica Beach, it'd be cool too.
Top of the batting order, Alexi Amarista leads off, bluffs the bunt, takes a strike. Amarista grounded out in the first inning. Wheeler starting his second time through the batting order. And again, it's taken him a few more pitches than he'd like to get through the first couple of innings. We mentioned 17.5 pitches per inning, third highest in the majors. But maybe more telling, 4.15 pitches per plate appearance, which is fourth highest in the majors. So at some point, Wheeler's got to figure out a way to dispose of hitters a little bit quicker.
Well, when you strike out a lot of guys too, you're throwing more pitches. His issue, Gary, is that he falls behind, but he's made his last 5 starts during this nice little run he's made. His control has really come leaps and bounds. And I like the fact that he's a little bit wild around the plate, like right there, where you make the guy dance. The hitters can't get comfortable with him. You might lose one, put one right in your ribs. And the way hard as he throws, it's going to hurt.
Well, the first time he faced the Padres, he walked 3 and gave up 6 hits in 5 innings. That was the start right before that great game he pitched in Miami when he threw a complete game 3 hitter and won the game 1-0. A game that really seemed to turn the page for Zach this year.
There you go. Good curve. Remember, that start in Miami on the 19th of June, he only had 2 wins at that point of the season. So he's won his last 3 out of 4, 1 no decision in 5 starts.
I mean, starting with the game in Miami, 4 of his last 5 starts he's given up 1 run or no runs. So he's been on a pretty good roll ever since then.
I mean, that's not even it's 2.5 months of season and only 2 wins. Get your dauber down. It's like, what am I doing wrong here? I can't get a win.
Bounce down to Duda, and he takes care of Amarista, 1 away. So 1 out and nobody on. Let's head well out to the grass where Kevin Burkhardt is grazing. Kevin?
Yeah, that's a good word for it. You know what? This park has maybe the greatest concourse in the league, Gary, with variety, but now they have their own supermarket, the Seaside Market, and it is awesome. It's right between home plate and first base, and it is a legit supermarket. They have a bunch of the same ones, the Seaside Market, in the local area. You could go in, you could do anything. They've got the wine, you pour in the carafe, you've got fresh OJ, fruit, vegetables, sushi, sandwich bar, and the Padres were nice enough, as that one is recorded now. We'll show you some more video here of what's inside, but I went shopping, I got a whole bunch of stuff. Sandwiches, hot food, everything you can imagine. I personally like the fresh squeezed orange juice. That was my favorite. But the cool thing is you could take that now, take everything you got. They pour you a nice carafe of wine, bring it out here. Look, the Padres were nice enough to give me a nice little picnic basket. I got my fruit, I got my popcorn, and my fresh OJ. So you could do all that, come out here in the park, and listen to you guys and hang out.
Gluten-free picnic basket there, Kev?
The basket I'm not going to eat, actually. But I know what you meant. There are a lot of gluten-free options in there, though, Gary. And the OJ is quite good. You want some, Keith? You want to bring some up?
Yeah, do that if you don't mind.
Okay.
Give me a scouting report, too.
Kevin's out there in the park beyond center field. A lot of folks out there today on their blankets. Pay $5 to get in there. You can see a little bit of the game. They show the game on the big screens on the back of the batter's eye, too, so you don't miss anything.
Gary, they upgraded it 2 out here. I'll tell you after the pitch. As if this wasn't great enough, the screen was great and it was big, but it was always kind of hard to see in the sun. Now it's an HD screen, so you could go as far back as you can imagine and still see. I was told for the World Cup here they packed thousands of people to watch the World Cup soccer here.
So we can hear the Padres telecast piped in out there through Kevin's microphone.
I prefer you guys.
I was just going to say we can just be quiet now.
No, I prefer you.
Seth Smith had a base hit the other way his first time up. 2-2 from Wheeler. And he comes just inside. Full count.
Like it. If you're going to miss in.
Wheeler hasn't walked a batter yet today. He struck out 3. (3-2) to Smith, and a curveball in for a call, strike 3. Smith was had.
Not fair.
4 strikeouts for Wheeler in his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. Kev doing a little light shopping on a Sunday afternoon. Pick me up a little fruit salad there, Kev.
Yeah.
Nice basket. Game. I think there's a lot of hard work in between those two.
I think they're up at the crack of dawn going through their routines. It's a midday break for them.
Daniel Murphy leads off the 4th inning for New York against Odrisamer Despaigne, who's given up just 1 base runner in the first 3 innings.
I remember when I played with the Cardinals and the Mets, and you go to old Jack Murphy, they used to have every branch of on Sunday, every branch of the service represented, and they would sit them in opposite sections, and they would sing Anchors Away, the Marine or the Navy, and the Marines would sing Halls of Montezuma. It was they were all trying to outdo each other, and it was great.
Very cool. Murphy bounced out to first base his first time, right and due to follow in the 4th, and Despaigne misses up and away, 1-2.
We'll see what Murph does adjustment-wise here. He's in a hole. Murph got a ground ball to first base his first time up on a changeup. Got him out in front. So I don't see an overpowering fastball here from Despaigne. He's a control pitcher.
Certainly has not rung up big strikeout totals in his brief big league career.
His last outing was his season high. So this is what his 6th start?
5th.
Yeah,
so he's got 14 strikeouts now in 29 innings.
His last start against the Dodgers, he had 7 punch outs in 7 innings.
And the curveball lifted to left. A lot of time for Smith to get over under it. And he's there for the first out. So Murphy retired, 1 out in the 4th. New York Mets baseball on SNY is powered by Verizon. Enter today for a chance to watch the Mets take batting practice on the field when you visit the Verizon studio at Citi Field or Mets.com/Verizon. 1 out now. David Wright, who was caught looking his first time up. So in Washington, the Nats took a 4-3 lead into the 9th against the Brewers, and the Brewers tied it up against Rafael Soriano. 4-4 going to the bottom of the 9th. That's the warmer game of that series. Mets will be in Milwaukee later on this road trip. The Brewers had an awful stretch going into the All-Star break. Still tied for the lead now in the National League Central. Wright hits it well out to right center, but back is Venable to play it. 2 out. Tighter because Pittsburgh won again today.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's a team I got my eye on.
They beat Colorado 5-3, and the Reds lost to the Yankees on Brian McCann's walk-off hit, so Pittsburgh goes past Cincinnati in the standings.
Well, I said earlier that St. Louis and Cincinnati and Pittsburgh took a step back. Pittsburgh now with that young outfield, my goodness.
Although Polanco certainly has tailed off a little after that rollicking start he had. But he's going to be a big star. Lucas Duda grounded out his first time up. Well, the Mets were held without a hit for the first 4 innings last night by Tyson Ross. Despaigne trying to do the same, and the slow curve bounces 1-1. So he's got the regular curve ball, then it's got the more ephus style curve ball that he throws. Certainly saw that from Orlando Hernandez. We saw it from Livan Hernandez occasionally, that very slow curve. Off the end of the bat, a foul ball. And the Mets are going to face another Cuban pitcher tomorrow in Seattle. They'll face the lefty Roenis Elias, who I think is a little more conventional than what Despaigne brings to the table. Might be a day off for Duda tomorrow against the lefty. Hits that curveball foul.
Well, Lucas only has 2 extra base hits against left-handers all season, a double and a home run. And he has struggled against the lefties, and hitting 160 with 8 for 50. I'd just like to see him. He hasn't made the adjustment. He chases too many bad sliders that start out in the strike zone and break out outside, and that's why his average is down against lefties. He's got to learn to lay off that slider, and he'll find himself in more hitters counts.
Talking to Terry Collins before the game, he hadn't made up his mind yet. He's going to get Eric Campbell in tomorrow against the lefty, but he might DH Campbell, or he might DH Eric Young and play Campbell at first base. Of course, if you play Campbell at DH and you'll lose one of your infielders, and you might lose the DH because you have to put him in the field.
Right.
Here's a 3-2, and Duda fights it off. Campbell has not gotten any playing time in this series, with the Mets facing all right-handers. But certainly you want to keep that bat hot.
Mr. Eric Campbell's a nice young man. I went for coffee this morning, and he was there.
Duda hits it well, left center field. Back goes Venable near the wall, and he runs it down. Venable with a nice reaching play to deny Duda an extra base hit. Best contact the Mets have made against Despaigne, who's happy for the help. 4 hitless innings for Despaigne, no score in San Diego.
That ball died.
Petco Park. That's a nice touch.
Yes, sir. The Sarges.
The halls of Montezuma.
The shores of AAA. The Barbary Pirates.
As Monty Grandal leads off the home fourth inning against Zach Wheeler. Grandal struck out his first time up, one of 4 strikeouts for Wheeler over the first 3 innings. It'll be Grandal, then Venable and DeNorfia for the Padres in the fourth. Significantly, the Mets came into this series, despite how well they've pitched this year, having issued the most walks of any pitching staff in the National League. But so far in this series, through, 20 innings of work now, Met pitchers have given up 1 walk. That was Bartolo Colon in his last inning on Friday. Now, you can say it's the Padres and they're not a very strong offensive team, but I think if there's one area where the Mets pitching staff has got to improve overall, it's in the number of walks they issue, and Wheeler's certainly been a big piece of that. 3.8 walks per 9 innings this year. And he misses with a curveball. 2-2 to Grandal. Able to lay off those 2 curveballs and work the count full. Hooks this one out to right. Granderson going back. It's over his head and it's out of here. Yasmani Grandal one-handing the ball out of the ballpark. Last night he hit a bomb. This time a shocking home run. His 9th of the year, and he gives the Padres a 1-0 lead. And he's Milwaukee.
I tell you what, when the timing is just right, Gary, on a one-handed home run, it's usually an off-speed pitch. Always an off-speed pitch. Keep your hands back, and if you let go of that bat and hit it just the perfect timing on the fat of the bat, you'd be surprised how far you hit it.
Kirk Gibson.
Yes.
Against Eckersley, right?
Absolutely.
But I mean, how often do you see that happen? I mean, that was a good pitch.
Yes, it was.
Wheeler, who does not give up many home runs, surrenders just his 8th in 20 starts.
And that is Grandal's 2nd home run in 2 days. I did not. I thought that was going to be at first I thought it was going to be a one-hopper off the wall. And there's the contact right there on the fat of the bat. He's still got both hands on the bat, but there you go. That's just good hitting. Tip your hat.
That would be pretty strong too, don't you?
Yeah, that would help. I strongly recommend it.
Well, Granderson certainly appeared shocked at how far that ball went. I'm sure Wheeler was too.
Well, like I said, I thought originally that it was going to be caught.
Yep.
And then I said, okay, it's going to be off the wall. And then it went out.
Well, for a run-starved San Diego team, things have been breaking right in this series. 2-2 to Venable, and he got him. Good fastball in on Venable for the 5th strikeout of the day for Wheeler.
Well, so far in this 3 1/3, Wheeler has been outstanding. And I think, Gary, better than last time out. So far. More command. He's pumping fastballs in for strikes.
So one away now to DeNorfia, who grounded out to short his first trip. David Wright waits on the backhand. And an awkward read from Duda, but he makes a tag and gets the out.
Routine play here. Let's see what a throw is. Okay, fine. Lucas knew he could come off the bag. It's not good footwork. It's not a bad throw. He could have stretched and made the play. Seeing a little bit of slow motion with the footwork with Lucas. He's not real quick-footed, and that's something he needs to work on to improve at first base. And that is his footwork around the bag.
Here's Jake Gobert, who singled to left center his first time. He takes a breaking ball down. Well, the Nationals have won that game, beat Milwaukee 5-4, walk-off double by Jason Worth in the bottom of the ninth.
He's been hot.
So the Nats take 2 out of 3 in that series. Well, they're struggling with command of his curveball in this inning. Behind 2-0 on Gobert. Remember, Grandal laid off a couple of curveballs to get to 3-2 before he hit the home run. Here's a call strike. 2-1.
I'm getting the feeling that this pitching staff likes to work with d'Arnaud behind the plate. I'm getting that feeling. They're getting real familiar with each other. I don't see a lot of shaking off of signs. They're on the same page.
Off Wheeler's glove. Tejada tries to barehand it and comes up empty. And Gobert is aboard.
Hey Wheeler, good hands.
It's a base hit if he doesn't hit his glove. So
did Ruben have time to use his glove there?
I would have recommended that he do that. It's a tough play in a ball that's. It's a tough bare hand, isn't it?
Yeah, I would think so. Scored a base hit for Gobert. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, threw that fastball right by him.
Tonight on an all-new Jets Nation, was Chris Johnson a smart signing by the Jets, and will he be content sharing the workload at running back? Plus, which rookie will have a bigger impact on the season, Calvin Pryor or Jay Samara? The crew weighs in on Jets Nation tonight after the postgame, only on SNY. 1-1 to Nelson, who had a bank shot of his own for a base hit last time up. Had one off the arm of Lucas Duda. Five hits now for the Padres. And that's slider in for a strike. 1-2.
This has been a low ball crew. They've been calling the low strike. Al Gibson, the third base umpire last night, called the low strike consistently.
1-2. Line the other way. A base hit for Nelson. Gobert will go to third. And the Padres have runners at the corners with 2 down.
Nice hit.
Nelson 2 for 2.
Sorry, Gary. Good slider. Good pitch. Just good hitting. That was in a great location. Watch Gobert. Plays it. Make your own. Don't look at your third base coach. He kind of hesitated. That's your call. Sorry, I said it like I was upset with him. I'm not really. It's just in Spanish. I get a little emotional when I talk. I get a little emphatic.
Did you say lymphatic? Here's the pitcher, Despaigne. Same situation he came up in the second. First and third and 2 out. Wheeler struck him out first time. And he tries to bunt for a hit. Wright makes the play and throws him out. So Despaigne trying to pull one out of his pocket. And Wright denies him. Yasmani Grandal going low and away and somehow hitting this ball 418 feet. How'd he do that? It gives the Padres a 1-0 lead after 4.
Hi, Kev.
Kevin Burkhardt. He was all the way out at the park in the park, and he was displaying the wares that he had picked up from the grocery store in the park. And look at what he brought: orange juice.
This
nice
is a
tri-tip
beef. I haven't even tried it yet. I let you guys have the first bite. What do you think? Was it good?
I had a bite. I've already spilled it all over myself, so I'm going to be careful now.
That's why shirts are easy to make.
You think they have more?
They probably have a few.
Really?
More.
Stowed away in a closet somewhere.
It was the market is unbelievable, and Pete, the owner, was nice enough to hook us up, say whatever you needed. So I name dropped you, Keith. It helps. So thanks for that.
That always helps. Very nice. Thank you very much.
Of course.
It's always nice to share.
Isn't the OJ delicious?
The OJ is fantastic.
Really
Barbecue sauce is wonderful. I'm starving.
I don't need to do another report. I'll just sit here and hold the plate while you eat.
Waiter.
Remember how we picked up the Padres TV broadcast before? Maybe we can do that for an inning and just have a snack.
Enjoy, fellas.
Thank you. Travis d'Arnaud leads off. Mets down by a run as they come to bat in the 5th.
Waiter, I need a napkin, waiter.
Okay. Well, Kev's a good shopper.
Thank you, Joe.
I think he chose well. The tri-tip and the OJ. Ball and a strike to d'Arnaud, who popped up his first time up. That's trying to solve Odrisamer Despaigne, who's allowed just one base runner over the first 4 innings. That was a hit batsman. He hit Tejada with a pitch with 1 out in the 3rd, and that's been it. 5th big league start. He's allowed 2 runs or fewer in every one. And d'Arnaud
got tied up there.
Very tentative swing.
Well, he got fooled. He dropped down, came up and in, didn't pick it up. That was all about. Just throw that pitch away.
Right at the shortstop, Amarista. And d'Arnaud retired him away.
Aha! Well, we told you it was El Duque-esque, and I think it's fairly close.
All right, I got a quibble. Can I quibble?
Yeah.
How come we showed El Duque in a Yankees uniform instead of in a Mets uniform?
Oh, well, hey, I'm not in production.
Okay. Okay, the production people tell me that his leg kick was higher as a Yankee, so it proved your point better.
Okay.
So they were working off your formula.
See, they always try to make me look good.
They do a great job of that.
Particularly in the opens, it's difficult.
Bobby Abreu flied out to right his first time up. And the slow curveball in for a strike. 65. Right at the speed limit.
Well, the key is he doesn't give it away with his motion, doesn't slow his arm speed down. Little 12-6 curve there. Ephus.
What'll he do next? Fastball away. So how do you approach a guy like this? Your first time seeing him, your second time through the batting order now. He's shown you can throw multiple pitches, multiple speeds.
Got to go up the middle. Look fastball and just go up the middle. When you got no feel for anybody, Gary, you go to basics. I mean, you want to look for a curveball, be my guest. I was just someone that didn't do that. But some guys like to do that, and that's fine. But if my approach on Despaigne would just be up the middle, see the ball, and hit it, and really put everything in that file in my brain, every pitch I faced off him, how he pitched me, file it away.
Abreu gets under one, and Venable barely has to move. 2 out.
See, I love when we do the and Met fans out there, when we do a pitch sequence, I love to do pitch sequences. I can remember how everybody's pitched, because that's what I did. After every game, I would know every pitch, my 4 or 5 at bats, in sequence, how I was pitched, location, pitch type, after every game. And then the next time I faced that pitcher, it could be a month away, I remembered how he pitched me.
Well, these guys all have that on video now.
Yeah, but we didn't have video.
Right.
We just didn't get help. I think it hinders growth. There's too much reliance on computers, and instead of making you think for yourself.
Off the fist, right back to Despaigne, and he's got himself 5 hitless innings and making it look easy. Mets have been 1 ball hard in 5 innings. It's been a day at the beach for Despaigne so far. Halfway through, 1-0 Padres. Enjoy the action and fun of 2 amazing theme parks, plus stay on site at the new Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. Just go to sny.tv/Toyota and enter the Toyota Flyaway Sweepstakes for your chance to win. Third time around the batting order for Zach Wheeler or Alexi Amarista, who was grounded out twice, 0 for 2. Well, the way Despaigne is going, Wheeler's got to feel as though he can't afford to give up much more than he already has.
Well, just keep it going right here. He's throwing a fine game.
Gave up the home run to Grandal to lead off the 4th, and that's been it. Murphy in front of the grinder from Amarista, and he's 0 for 3. So 1 out and nobody on. Your Jeep 5th inning recap upcoming. There it is, right over the bridge traffic.
There's not a whole lot going on in this game. Well pitched, both sides.
1 base runner for the Mets. Ruben Tejada was hit by a pitch, and that's been it. 16 batters for Despaigne, 15 retired. Meanwhile, Wheeler facing Chase Headley with 1 out, and Headley takes a strike. Headley's lined out to second, flied out to center, 0 for 2. Padres have 6 hits. Twice they've gotten 2-out hits from the 7 and 8 hitters, which I guess is good placement by Wheeler. He's been able to get Despaigne out both times. It's about the only thing Despaigne has not done right today.
5 singles and 1 home run.
Headley lifts one to left. Long run for Abreu to get there. And he does not. And it hops into the stands for a ground rule double. Well, that's the difference, having Abreu playing left field instead of Nieuwenhuis. Nieuwenhuis puts that ball in his pocket. With Abreu out there, it's a double.
Correct. And, you know, you're sacrificing the defense for Abreu's bat. Let's see if he could have dove and hadn't made this play. Could have.
Abreu's never been a diving guy.
No, he's not. Exactly.
I mean, he won a Gold Glove at one time in Philadelphia, but not a guy who's going to leave his feet very often. So that's the 7th hit for San Diego. And now Seth Smith will try and do something with it. Smith had a base hit to left field his first time up, 1 for 2.
Good fastball in.
Despaigne looks rather unperturbed. I guess you would too if you were sailing along. It's made this big league thing look easy so far. It just really makes you wonder about the general quality of the they call the Serie Nacional in Cuba, their major leagues.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, and it was a 3rd out in the inning. Is that when I was a kid growing up, we knew that the best players in the Caribbean were in Cuba.
Well, it used to be that Major League Baseball was littered with Cuban players. You go back to 1970, there were 28 Cuban players in the major leagues. Guys like Tony Perez and Tony Oliva and Cookie Rojas and Luis Tiant, go on and on. Well, as recently as 2007, there were only 8 Cuban-born players in the big leagues. This year, there are 22. And a good curveball by Wheeler strikes out Seth Smith for the 2nd time. 6 strikeouts for Wheeler.
It's not a strike, but it's a tough pitch to lay off. And when you're ahead in the count, expand the strike zone. That's the quality of the curveball, the velocity he throws it at, the sharpness of the break. It's tough to lay off. Carlton always talked about expanding the strike zone.
So here's Grandal, who hooked that home run to right center for the only run of this game.
And I tell you what, tip your hat. It was a changeup sinking down and away. Not away enough, but down. And he just flicked it.
Very impressive. Grandal smokes this one. One hopper fielded by Tejada, and he gets him. Tejada looked a little unsure, but he found it. And makes the play to get Grandal and get Wheeler through the bottom of the 5th. Through 5, 1-0 Padres. Fan photo of the game for a Sunday afternoon. And Becca Kelsey Small looking just gorgeous. Well, the Mets will try and go about solving Odrisamer Despaigne, who's held them without a hit for 5 innings. Ruben Tejada, the only man to reach, got plunked by a pitch in the 3rd. It'll be Tejada, Wheeler, and Granderson in the 6th. Only 60 pitches through 5 innings for Despaigne, who's thrown as many as 110 already for the Padres. Breaking ball hit deep to left field. Smith, though, is going back and runs it down to the gap to retire Tejada. So 1 out now. Wheeler, who laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up.
Sometimes it happens, you know. That's baseball. What's that?
Well, the Mets got a few left-hand hitting pitchers, don't they?
And DeGrom has had a lot of success. Wheeler somewhat less.
Jonathan Neese, a left-hander, but he is a lefty.
There's that Ephus curve in for a strike.
Not fair. That's a pitcher up there.
Marista on the charge. And he gets Wheeler by a running stride. 2 out. 10 in a row retired by Despaigne. Let's check in with the studio. Kareth Burke is standing by for a game break brought to you by your local Tri-Honda dealers. Well, that'll keep the Nats on top in the National League East. The Braves, looking to keep pace, are up 8-1 on the Phillies in the 8th inning. Nationals began the day percentage points up on Atlanta. Here's Granderson, who's 0 for 2, flied out and struck out. As Despaigne goes deeper into this game, it's worth noting that the San Diego Padres, who began play in the National League in 1969, have never had a no-hitter.
Well, wouldn't that be something? What was it the Preston Gomez took out? Was it Clay Kirby?
Clay Kirby had a no-hitter going, but he was trailing 1-0 and he pinch hit for him.
Clay Kirby was a real hard thrower. A right-hander. A little wild, but I remember him.
It was in 1970, the second year of the franchise. And there's ball 4, and Granderson draws Despaigne's first walk. Only the Mets' second base runner of the day. So now the tying run is aboard, and Daniel Murphy will try and make something of it.
Good time to try to maybe steal a base here. I don't know. You don't have a feel. No one's reached base except Tejada. And when he was on first base, he wasn't going to take any bold lead. It was a sacrifice bunt situation. So you really don't know what kind of move he's got.
Granderson with 8 steals on the year, including 1 in this series. Murphy's 0 for 2, and he goes after the fastball and misses. 0-1.
Wow, he threw it by Murphy at 90 miles an hour. Shocking.
Pull, foul.
Oh, nice play.
Those ball girls have been outstanding all weekend.
They come out early, folks. Obviously, our ball guys come out early too. But these two girls, one's a left-hander. Lefty's down the left field line. They play catch together. They run and shag. They're very athletic.
Now Despaigne ahead on Murphy 0-2. That game in 1970 that Preston Gomez removed Clay Kirby was against the Mets at what was then San Diego Stadium. Mets were up 1-0, and Gomez lifted Kirby for a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 8th. The pinch hitter, Cito Gaston. Murphy down on strikes, and Despaigne starting to make things awfully interesting here in San Diego. 6 no-hit innings for the Cuban right-hander in just his 5th big league start. Stay tuned. held the Mets hitless for 6 innings. He's gotten support from a Yasmani Grandal home run. That's all that Zach Wheeler's allowed over 5. Will Venable leads off the home 6th. Venable's been struck out twice today, 2 of the 6 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler, who was about to throw his 90th pitch. Venable, Denorfia, and Gobert for the Padres in the 6th. And changeup misses away, 2-0. Ripped into center field, and Venable has a leadoff hit.
Well, there's your 2-0 fastball, and that's a hitter's count.
Tonight it was the year Winfield killed a seagull and George Brett went ballistic in the Bronx. This week relive the best sports stories from 1983 on Oh Yeah, presented by Cheapo Air. New episode tonight at 10, only on SNY.
How cheap is that air?
I don't know. We'll have to look it up. Chris Denorfia takes a strike. Danny Evelyn will get up in the Mets bullpen. Daisuke Matsuzaka lurking nearby. By the way, Daisuke is now officially back in the bullpen for the Mets, who announced earlier today that John Neese will make the start in Seattle tomorrow. That was an open secret over the last couple of days. They were just kind of playing it close to the vest in case, you know, a trade happened and necessitated Daisuke staying in the rotation. But it doesn't look like anything's happening in the next couple of days.
Well, Daisuke thrived in the bullpen.
And he did a nice job as a starter. He's become a very versatile pitcher for this team.
I just think it even gives a little more depth to the bullpen, obviously. They're adding another guy. Probably Buddy Carlisle will be the odd man out.
Well, Daisuke was throwing a little bit earlier. He was up, in the first inning last night? There goes the runner. Hit and run play. Busted up. And Darno's throw, though, is too late. Venable has a stolen base. Well, 6th steal for Venable.
That was a hit and run, and something we don't see much anymore. 1-0 game. Perfect. Just not a pitch to handle. 6th stolen base. Now as a hitter, and this is late now. I consider the 6th inning and a 1-0 game late. Got to get the advanced runner to the 3rd minimum.
Good curveball by Wheeler. Takes care of Denorfia. So no advance. 7 strikeouts for Zach.
Big hammer. Not a strike. He's got a good one.
So 1 away. Venable still at 2nd, and now Jake Gobert. Gobert is 2 for 2 after coming into the day 0 for his previous 13. Single to left center in the 2nd, then banked one off Wheeler's glove for an infield hit in the 4th. 8 hits for the Padres, but just the 1 run on the Grandal home run in the 4th. And that one skips away from Darno, and that gets the runner to 3rd. Well, Darno's had a kind of a tough time this series. Had a couple of pass balls last night.
He set up a way, Gary. Look, it's on the other side of the plate. It's a tough one right there.
No, did they just say pass ball? That can't be.
It's a wild pitch.
No, that's got to be a wild pitch.
I'm putting a wild pitch.
They got to change that. There's no chance that's a pass ball. Now the infield has to come in. Venable at 3rd and 1 out. 1-0 to Gobert. And he pops it up, not very deep. And Lagares is under it. Venable not even tagging, and that's the 2nd out.
Boy, oh boy.
So Gobert unable to get the run in. Now 2 out. Chris Nelson coming up, and you have to figure the Mets will walk him and pitch to Despaigne.
And will Despaigne try to put another bunt down? The element of surprise is over now.
Didn't work the last time. And 4 figures or no?
Yes.
Yes.
You've got to. Nelson's swinging a pretty good bat. He's a good hitter.
So he'll be on base for the third time. Had a couple of hits and now an intentional pass. And Despaigne, who has done everything else today, will try and produce a run. This will be Wheeler's first walk of the day and only the second walk the Mets have issued in this series.
I don't consider this a walk. It'll go down as an intentional pass.
Mets have got 77 plate appearances without issuing a walk since Cologne allowed one in the fifth inning on Friday. And there's ball 4. Here's today's Verizon trivia question. The only 3 players in Padres history with 1,000 or more hits. Well, the first one's easy.
Yeah. That would be Tony Gwynn.
So here's Despaigne, struck out and then tried to bunt his way on and right threw him out. All 3 of Despaign's at bats today, as you look at the Tony Gwynn statue, have come with first and third and 2 out. And he gets a small piece of that slider, 0-1.
David Wright not playing in after Despaigne bunted the last time. He's playing back.
Guess he figures he's not going to try it again. Or will he? Takes a strike, and now it's 0-2. Wheeler up over 100 pitches for the day. 0-2 to Despaigne, and he just gets a piece to stay alive.
Barely.
Gets him a nice hand from the Padre fans.
That is not a good hack. That is lucky to still be in the at bat.
We're all lucky to be alive.
Well, it's true, especially after last night for me. As you know, my old buddy, teammate, former Met, Ed Lynch, who scouts for the Toronto Blue Jays, he's in town for the series. So Ed and I have been telling old war stories and lies and having dinner after games together.
Chopped. Who's going to play it? Duda does and makes the tag, and that retires the side. So Wheeler able to work out of trouble in the 6th, and now Despaigne, with 6 hitless innings under his belt, will go to the mound for the 7th. 1-0 San Diego. 9 o'clock the coverage, 10 o'clock the first pitch on SNY. Your City probables for tomorrow. John Neese comes off the disabled list to work for the Mets, and Roenis Elias will pitch for the Mariners, the Cuban left-hander. The Cuban right-hander, Odrisamer Despaigne, has been superb. 1 walk, 1 hit batsman, 3 strikeouts, no hits over the first 6 innings.
Well, he's going to go through the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Met lineup here in the 7th.
Well, we mentioned earlier the Padres have never had a no-hitter. 7,261 games. 5 times a Padre pitcher has taken a no-hitter into the 9th, including the Clay Kirby game when he was taken out. Steve Arlen in 1972, Andy Ashby in 1997, Chris Young, the same Chris Young who pitched for the Mets, in 2006, and then a combined effort in 2011. All were broken up in the 9th. 2-0 to Wright, who's 0 for 2 today, struck out looking in the first, flied out in the 4th. Despaigne working at a very low pitch count. And he finds the outside corner with that cutter, 2-1. Lucas Duda on deck, Travis d'Arnaud behind him as the Mets look to break through. Down only a run, despite being no hits so far. I wonder if Zach Wheeler's coming out for another inning or if he's done.
I hope he comes out for another inning. Give him a chance. He's pitching his fanny off. Give him a chance to stay in the ballgame and maybe get a W.
So he had 106, I think, right now.
One more. He's how many days in between? Was it 9?
This is the 9th day, yeah. 2-2 to Wright. Lifted foul. Well, they pushed Zach to 114 his last start. I think 118 is his high this year.
I don't see any stirrings in the bullpen.
Despaigne is 2-2. Breaking ball, fouled away. Despaigne, 27 years old. Didn't sign with the Padres till May 2nd this year, and they called him up in late June. His 5th big league start. Curve ball hit in the air to right center, overcomes Venable and staggers but makes the catch. 1 away.
Like David kind of jumped at this hanger. He's just not getting any power at all. He's not driving the ball. That's early. 0 for 11 now since the break.
Now it's Duda, who's popped up and grounded out today. He gets first pitch fastball and fouls it off.
Big shift
and
on Lucas.
Significant at this point in the game that they're keeping the third baseman home, because if not, you would have to bunt for a hit in this spot.
Right.
I mean, no hitter or no hitter, it's a one run game. Curveball hits him in the foot, and the Mets have a base runner. Second batter Despaigne's hit today. Hit him that time with the very slow curve.
And second time I think Lucas has been hit in this series. Same pitch. A curveball hits his back foot. And I don't think he's trying to get out of the way there.
Well, that's an interesting call because an umpire can rule that a hitter didn't try to get out of the way, but that's usually if the ball hits you in the upper body or the arm. They don't usually call that for your foot, do they?
No, they don't. But he didn't make an attempt to get his. He could have got out of the way of this.
So the Mets have the tying run aboard with 1 out, and Travis d'Arnaud the batter. D'Arnaud is popped to first, grounded to short, 0 for 2. And the curveball in for a strike. So he's got the curve and he's got the even slower curve. That was the standard curve. Big hole on the right side for d'Arnaud, who had his game-winning hit through the right side on Friday night. And another breaking ball off the plate, 1-1. Travis 4 for 11 in this series. And that cutter in for a strike, 1-2. Well, Despaigne has had 3 base runners against him today. That 1 walk and 2 hit batsmen. Bobby Abreu waits on deck. And d'Arnaud takes it outside, and now it's 2-2. So things not coming quite as easily for Despaigne here in the 7th.
This right now is the toughest Met out as far as he's putting the ball in play. d'Arnaud
reaches for it, hooks it to short. Amarista with a nice play. Nelson with the turn, not in time. Tell you what, Amarista, for a guy who doesn't play shortstop every day, certainly looks like a shortstop.
He sure does. He's done nothing in this series but look good. Made a great, well, a very, very good play in the hole between third and short in the first game of the series. Last night, made a play up the middle that was fabulous.
So 2 out. d'Arnaud now at first. And it's Abreu who's twice hit fly balls to the outfield. This is the 25th game that Abreu has started for the Mets, and he has been productive in almost every one of them. He's been fairly awful as a pinch hitter, but very productive as a starting player.
Oh, nice change. Good eye by Abreu. Very good discipline right there. That was the best changeup he threw. It wasn't a strike.
About to throw his 90th pitch of the afternoon. And Abreu takes that one up and away. Another changeup.
He knows that the 2 outs that he's got to be careful of. He's got to be careful with Abreu, Duda. I think because they're left-hand hitters. That's, I think, who he fears the most. People that can put a hurt on him. A double right here ties the ball game.
Despaigne is slowing down the pace. He's actually worked at a pretty good clip today. In some of his past starts, he's been a little bit too contemplative between pitches, but working much quicker with Grandal, his countryman. Behind on Abreu, 2-0. And Bobby takes a fastball for a strike.
I think Bobby thought that was outside. No, good pitch.
Fourth time the charm. Inside. And now it's 3-1. And Despaigne looking in to Chris Guccione after that last pitch.
Close. I like the way this kid pitches. He knows exactly what he's doing. The game hasn't changed.
So now for a rare time today, Despaigne finds himself behind in the count. You got the tying run at first base and 2 out, 3-1 to Abreu. And that's ball 4. Didn't challenge him. Threw him a 3-1 breaking ball. And now the Mets have a runner in scoring position. And Juan Lagares coming up. Second walk given up by Despaigne. So now Despaigne finds himself in a spot where if he gives up his first hit, it might tie the game.
Correct.
Dana Eveland up in the Mets bullpen as they work down toward the bottom of the batting order. Not sure if Wheeler's going back out there anyway, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Lagares 0 for 2 today. Grounded to short and hit a comebacker. Lagares 2 for 10 in this series.
And they're giving Lagares that right side of the infield, a big hole.
And Juan takes the cutter off the plate for ball 1.
Chris Nelson up the middle holding the runner on. And I tell you what, leave the runner alone. The runner's not going anywhere. There's 2 outs. Base hit scores them. You got to play defense. Get back.
And Lagares takes that one off the plate. So a couple of cutters from Despaigne both missing, and now it's 2-0.
Now that missed. Mets are very good eyes at the plate by still maintaining their aggressiveness at the plate. They're showing good eyes at the plate, making Despaigne work here.
2 out and 2 on. 2-0 to Lagares. Inside, ball 3. Ruben Tejada is next. So Despaigne hit a batter, walked a batter, and now he's 3-0 to Lagares. Would you give him a green light?
No, I would not. Not down.
Even though you have your 8-hitter on deck?
I wouldn't give him a green light. You can always, well, you can't pinch hit for Tejada because you only got a shortstop on the bench.
Well, you could use Campbell. It's more of an emergency shortstop.
I still wouldn't let Lagares swing here.
Despaigne working on a uniform issue. He almost pulled a Steve Lyons just now.
I just think he's collecting himself.
He didn't quite pull him down, but he opened him up.
Well, let's see if he gives him a hit sign.
3-0, and he takes it a strike. Well, now he can get to hitting.
3-1 is just as good a pitch to hit.
Lagares is a tough guy to walk. He's only walked 9 times in 225 official at bats this year. Darno at second, Abreu at first, and 2 out. 3-1 to Lagares. And it's too high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So back-to-back 2-out walks. And the Mets got a runner to third base for the first time today. And Ruben Tejada finds himself in the same spot that he did in the 7th inning last night. The Mets were being shut out, and they loaded him up with 2 out against Tyson Ross, who then struck out Tejada to get out of the jam.
Well, you got a pitcher struggling, throwing a plate. You're up there looking for a fastball. If I'm Ruben, looking for a fastball to get a nice compact swing, base hit, push the Mets ahead. Don't overswing. All that's needed is a single.
And Tejada swings at the first pitch fastball and fouls it off.
Good. There's a fastball. Go to Rippon.
A hit batsman and 2 walks have loaded it up. The Mets have been held without a hit for the first 6 2/3. And Odrisamer Despaigne in the biggest mess he's been in today. Kirk Neuenhuis on deck to pinch hit if Tejada keeps the inning going. And Ruben grounds one right back to Despaigne. Side retired, and Despaigne now has a no-hit bid going into the 8th inning. The Mets strand 3. Stretch time, 1-0 San Diego. Should be based on how you drive, not your credit score. Cure Auto Insurance. Drive well. By Cholula Hot Sauce. The hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap, available in original flavor, chili lime, chili garlic, and chipotle. And by Toyota. See where Toyota takes you. Test drive one at your Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Get to Citi Field Saturday, August 2nd for Fireworks Night, presented by Dwayne Reed, following the Mets game against the Giants at 7:10 p.m. For tickets, visit Mets.com/fireworks. Around the Majors, brought to you by Cadillac. Casey McGee homered. Marlins went ahead on a wild pitch in the 7th and beat the Giants 3-2. Jason Worth, the walk-off double in the bottom of the 9th. The Nats overcame the Brewers 5-4. And the Braves win again also. Tommy La Stella drove in 3. Chris Johnson homered again. And the Braves beat the Phillies 8-2. So Washington stays percentage points ahead of Atlanta. And the Mets would need to win to stay 7 behind. Meanwhile, Odrisamer Despaigne is the big story in baseball right now. He's got a no-hitter through 7 innings for a franchise that has never had a no-hitter in their 46 years of existence. Danny Evelyn will come on to pitch for the Mets in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, a lineup that's stacked with 4 left-hand hitters and 2 switch hitters, all from the leadoff spot all the way down to the 7-hole. Only the 6th hitter in Norphia is a right-hand hitter, so you might see 2 innings out of Evelyn, who threw 2 innings in the first game of the series. And there's Vic Black up in the bullpen.
Black will stay busy, and of course the Padres bullpen is empty. Who needs action when your guy's pitching a no-hitter? He's got 100 pitches through 7 innings, Despaigne does. This would probably be the perfect day for the Padres to finally get their first no-hitter. The franchise started in 1969. Today is July 20th. July 20th of 1969. Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. Anything can happen on this day.
Yeah.
Alexi Amarista takes in the dirt, ball 1.
Very, very savvy on your part there.
Well, you remember what happened that summer. Who was managing the Giants then? Was it
Herman Franks?
Herman Franks said, man will walk on the moon before Gaylord Perry hits a home run. And man walked on the moon, and I think it was either that day or the next day Gaylord Perry hit a home run.
Really?
Yeah. 2-0 to Amarista, who is 0 for 3 today. 3 ground ball outs. And there's a strike, 2-1. So Zach Wheeler went 6, allowed 1 run and 8 hits, an intentional walk, 7 strikeouts. What we're calling a wild pitch and a home run, and that home run by Yasmani Grandal is all the scoring today. Mets have been now shut out for 16 straight innings. Amarista floats one into center. Lagares comes on easily. Boy, that shallow center field he plays really pays off, doesn't it?
Yes, it's nice to have him in center field for Mets. He just solidifies that outfield. It doesn't get any better.
You know, wherever we go, it's interesting to talk to people who haven't seen Lagares play in person before and get their impressions, and they all are just gaga.
Right. They don't know anything about him. They've never seen him.
Right. I mean, even if you watch him on TV, you don't get the full appreciation for how far he goes to get balls. There's a strike to Headley. I was talking to Mark Sweeney, who's doing TV for the Padres, and, you know, without even asking, he said it's the best I've seen since Andrew Jones.
Yes.
So, and I think that's becoming the consensus around the National League. 0-2 to Headley. Chase Headley hit a pop fly that fell in along the left field line for a double his last time up. 1 for 3 on the day. Now batting right-handed for the first time today. And he shoots 1 foul. Well, let's answer our Verizon trivia question. We asked the 3 Padres who have 1,000 hits. Tony Gwynn is the obvious answer. I would think Dave Winfield.
Yeah, Dave Winfield's got to be one. Yeah. Oh, Tempe played a long time here. That's right.
Gary Templeton was in St. Louis, got traded from the
Ozzie.
Cardinals to the Padres for Ozzie Smith.
Yep, that was a big trade. I remember that. That was after Tempe had his moment on the field there with the fans, and Whitey got unloaded him as fast as he could. Tempe's a great guy and a very good friend.
Gary Templeton had a year when he hit 100 hits from each side of the plate.
79. He had 212 hits. I had 211. 79.
Now, that's strike 3 called as Headley is caught looking on the slider. 2 out. In order to do that, he had to take a lot of right-handed bats and right-handed pitch.
The last month of the season, and we were out of it. We finished 3rd that year, I believe, in 79. Tempe had a shot with the month to go, and he's a natural right-hand hitter. And you know what? That month he hit right-handed. I told him, I said, why do you even switch hit? You don't need to switch hit. It was unbelievable.
Seth Smith is 1 for 3 today, singled back in the first. And he hits one sharply and past Murphy, a base hit. So Seth Smith has his 2nd hit of the day. Hit number 9 for San Diego. So now Yasmani Grandal, who is responsible for the only run of this game. He's a switch hitter. He'll turn around about right. He's not much of a right-hand batter. He's hitting just a .125 from this side with no home runs. But boy, has he hit a couple of impressive home runs in this series, batting left-handed. And he tries to lay off the slider, and he did not go around.
I don't understand why the umpires. That's obvious that the hitter did not swing. When the catcher asked for help, just say no. He didn't swing.
Yeah, but we've seen guys get called for swinging on less than that.
I know. I just be decisive.
Slider for a strike, 1-1. Step off and a snap throw by Evelyn. Interesting that nobody is giving Despaigne particular space in that dugout.
They're not talking to him though.
Often though, with a no-hitter going, you'll see a player all by his lonesome in that dugout.
I hope he's refreshed that gum.
Oh, you wouldn't want to change a lucky piece of gum.
Well, I never was a gum chewer. Gave me headaches.
Wonder how much he has left in the tank.
We'll find out. He put a lot out there in that 7th.
I know one thing. Bud Black knows the history of this franchise. He's not taking him out with a no-hitter going.
No. He does not want to be spoken under the same breath of Preston Gomez.
A little more space now.
Yeah,
still.
Just leave him alone. He's in his own little bubble. Leave him there. Remember, Bubble Boy.
That bubble will get a lot more crowded if he gets 6 more outs. The Moops. Here's the 1-2. First throw to first base.
You remember in San Francisco, the not funny comic character of Seinfeld was in Candlestick. Not Candlestick. Jeez. Was in San Francisco in the Eats room. You didn't see him?
No. I wasn't in San Francisco. I missed
Oh,
that.
you missed that. That's right.
1-2 from Evelyn.
What was his character's name? He was the unfunny comic, right? He had the bad jokes. He was terrible.
Oh, Kenny Banya.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gold, Jerry. Gold. Why do they call it Ovaltine? Shouldn't they call it Roundtine? And Evelyn thought he might get that backdoor slider, but no. 3-2. So now Duda's going to play behind Smith at first. Venable on deck. 3-2 to Grandal. Slow ground ball. Murphy has to avoid the base runner and gets the out. Seth Smith almost didn't get out of the way. No problem though. Now it's on to Spanier as we go to the 8th. Today USAA would like to pay special recognition to all of our service members at home and abroad. Had a no-hitter. He's got one through 7 innings. Right at 100 pitches. He's walked 3, hit 2 batters. Kirk Neuenhuis will pinch hit for the Mets, leading off in the top of the 8th. That's loaded the bases on a hit batsman and 2 walks in the 7th. Espana got out of it by retiring Tejada on a comebacker. This is the 20th time in Padres history the pitchers carried a no-hitter into the 8th. And Espana trying to become the first one to go the distance.
5 for 14 off the pinch hitting Neuenhuis.
And the first pitch curveball inside. Kurt started the first 2 games of this series, went 0 for 7. And all of a sudden any ball hit to you becomes of greater importance.
Everybody is fully aware and on point.
You know, we were in a similar circumstance a couple of years ago watching Johan Santana trying to break the history that had plagued the Mets for all those years. But it's a little different circumstance because this is a much closer game.
1-0, yes. Those are always mean a lot more. You pitch a tough game.
Well, it also means that one mistake might be enough to beat you.
Right.
Randerson on deck, Murphy behind him. One-two coming, and Neuenhuis fouls it off. It's been 21 years since the Mets have been no-hit. Last time the Mets were no-hit, it was 1993 in the Astrodome. Darryl Kyle forged that one. Early on in their history, the Mets were prey for Sandy Koufax and of course Jim Bunning's perfect game. Bob Moose right before the Mets clinched in '69.
Bill Stoneman.
Bill Stoneman in Montreal. Ed Halicki in San Francisco.
Ho. Big Ed. Bill Stoneman was mean, they said. He liked to dust people.
He pitched 2 no-hitters in his career, Stoneman did. 1-2 coming to Neuenhuis, and it's low and away. Spagna has not lost anything off his fastball since early in the game. He's topped out at 93 today. Two, and the slow curve got him. An eephus strikeout for Odrisamer Despaigne. 1 out of the 8th.
Completely ties up NYN out in front. Watch, the bat's going to be pointing towards the mound, way out in front.
4 strikeouts now for Despaigne. And now the 4th time around the batting order. Curtis Granderson drew a walk his last time up. He's also flied out and struck out. Well, the Padres in a 1-run game are going to keep their bullpen going. Kevin Quackenbush, the right-hander, Alex Torres, the left-hander. On the inside corner with a changeup. And it's 0-2.
It's not a good spot to throw it right down the middle, but see a lot of guys that don't know how to hit off-speed pitches today. Not good off-speed hitters.
Granderson fights off the fastball. Last time the Padres got to the 9th inning with a no-hitter intact, it was in 2011, but they were on their 5th pitcher of the game in the 9th inning. In a game Aaron Harang started and went 6. Here's the 0-2 and a curveball at the feet of Granderson. So you're almost glad that the first no-hitter in Padres history didn't come that day. You know, 5 guys combining on one. It's just not the same.
Right. They don't count.
The hit towels are out. Spagna threw 110 pitches in his last start in LA 10 days ago. So this will give him his highest pitch count yet in the big leagues. 2-2 now to Granderson. A little more time between the pitches as we move on. 2-2. Granderson fights off the cutter.
You made a good point, Gary. He's very methodical right now, late. After that inning, in the 7th inning, he expended a lot of pitches.
Strike 3 call. Granderson thought it was high. Back-to-back strikeouts for Despaigne to start the 8th. And now he's only 4 outs away.
Too close to take. Strike. They're not picking up his change. It's not like he's painting his change up, Gary. He's thrown her maybe 10, 12 the whole game max. I might be over. They haven't been in good location. They've been up, but his delivery must be just befuddling the hitters.
Well, the speed differential on his changeup is substantial. I mean, he's throwing his fastball 92, 93. That changeup 73, 74. You don't see that very often.
Right.
Five strikeouts for Despaigne. He struck out Murphy his last time up. Murph is 0 for 3 today. And it's just off the corner. A ball and a strike. 27-year-old Odrisamer Despaigne in just his 5th major league start, and that's what he's done to the Mets today. Your forward box score, a lot of zeros. In fact, all zeros in the left-hand column. Curveball at the feet of Murphy almost hit him. He's already hit 2 batters today. David Wright would be next. Two 1 to Murphy. Popped it up. It'll get out of play. 2-2. Less than a month since his big league debut. June 23rd in San Francisco. He threw 7 scoreless innings, and now Despaigne working on a no-hitter with 2 out in the 8th. Line over short, a base hit for Murphy to break it up, and that one will go all the way back to the wall. Murphy to second with a 2-out double. So after Odrisamer Despaigne goes 7 2/3 with a no-hit bid, Daniel Murphy breaks it up with a 2-out double.
And a rip. Big hand.
And now the game squarely on the line. And if you're Bud Black, what do? You've got Despaigne at 118 pitches. You're going to roll with him, or are you going to go to your bullpen?
Well, he's eaten up David Wright this entire game. 0 for 3. High fastball, belt high. Murph went right with it and drove it. Nice hitting.
25th double of the year for Murphy. So now the Mets are a base hit away from tying this game. Mets got shut out last night. They've been shut out to this point today. Now Wright trying to change that. And takes it off the plate for ball 1. David has taken a call, 3rd strike, and flied out twice. So Despaigne about to throw his 120th pitch. And they've got Quackenbush, who's been lights out in this series, up in the bullpen. And the curveball drilled foul. It's so hard, even the ball girl couldn't play.
Out in front. Yeah, she wanted it.
That Ephus curveball. It's not the usual ball girl. The lefty. She's taking the day off.
She got the day. It's Sunday. But a nice effort. She's got her Chips sunglasses on, I see.
Torres, the lefty, staying busy with Duda on deck. Murphy at second and 2 down. And Wright almost chased that. They check it first. He did not swing. That's a big call. Now it's 2-1.
Definitely not.
Rondell just able to get enough of that to make sure Murphy couldn't move up. Never know with Murph, though.
Oh, really?
Two 1 coming, and Wright takes it outside. 3-1.
I think he's gassed, Garrett.
Well, I think that if Wright walks here, we'll see the lefty come in to pitch to Duda.
Right.
And then will be a call for Terry Collins as to whether he would want Campbell up in that spot instead of Duda.
That's a tough call.
It is a tough call.
God, because you want to win this series. You want to get your Fanny up to Seattle, but 2 out of 3. And what better way to get a come from behind win late?
No, it's moot unless Wright can get on here. 3-1 from Despaigne. Breaking ball hit up toward the middle. Base hit! Murphy around third, and the Mets will tie the game. Wright just got enough to get it past Amarista, and the Mets get even in the 8th inning. David Wright's first hit in the series produces his 49th run batted in, and after Despaigne came so close, he gives a back-to-back 2-out hits, and now his chance for a win is gone as he will take his exit.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I just felt he was gassed.
Another Padre who came close. A brilliant outing for Adrisamer Despaigne. The Mets have rallied to tie it in the 8th. The call to the bullpen is brought to you by Verizon. Alex Torres coming on for the Padres. 1-1 game in the 8th. We'll be right back. Hart. David Wright ruined his day.
A double and a base hit up the middle.
After the Mets have been no hit for 7 2/3, they've rallied to tie it. Alex Torres in to pitch to Lucas Duda. He ties him up and he went around 0-1.
He did not. Sorry, please.
Now Gibson, the rookie third base umpire, making the call. Duda today 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. And they do not overshift Duda with the lefty on the mound the way they did with the right-hander pitching. Duda flying to left against Torres Friday night, and he pulls this one foul.
Oh, she is nails over there.
She's awesome.
Sign her up.
Alex Torres working in all 3 games of this series.
Having a terrific season.
Well, there's the line on Despaigne, brought to you by Mazda. Held the Mets hitless for 7 2/3. Struck out the first 2 batters in the 8th. But Murphy broke it up with a double, and Wright tied the game with a base hit up the middle. Now Duda facing Torres, the well-protected left-hander from Venezuela. And Duda drives one into right field. On comes Denorfia. He'll have to play it on the hop. Wisely so, and Wright will stop at second. So 3 straight 2-out hits. Thought for a moment Denorfia was going to dive for that ball, but that would have been a huge mistake.
Yes, it would have. And the ball took a funky hop. It almost got by him, it looked like. Kind of came up. Yeah, it been a cross hop there.
So now the go-ahead run is at second base. Travis d'Arnaud coming up. Bud Black out to the mound. He'll bring in the right-hander to face d'Arnaud. So Torres gives up a hit to Duda. He'll exit, and the Mets will bid to take the lead against Quackenbush here in the 8th. We'll be right back.
One fine pitcher throws very hard, split finger, breaking ball, and you got d'Arnaud up in that 5th hole with another chance to win a ball game. Late.
Quackenbush threw just one pitch last night, got David Wright to fly out. Wright's at second with the go-ahead run. Duda at first with 2 out. d'Arnaud 0 for 3 today and takes the breaking ball down for ball 1. Jerry's Familia ready in the Mets bullpen after Dana Evelyn threw a scoreless 7th.
And Chris Nelson at second base is giving a big hole in that right side of the infield to d'Arnaud, where he got the base hit to win the ball game the other night.
That was with 2 out of the top of the 9th on Friday night in a tie game. Here he bats with 2 out of the top of the 8th in a tie game. Despaigne pacing. d'Arnaud swinging. 1-1.
Big fastball up and in. Good cut. Throws hard.
Kevin Quackenbush out of the University of South Florida, and he has shown 3 quality pitches: the curveball, the fastball, and the split. Fires that one in for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Well, I don't want to see young d'Arnaud starting to guess up there. Took a fastball right down the pipe there.
1-2 to d'Arnaud. And he got him looking at the splitter for strike 3. So Quackenbush comes in and keeps it a tie game. But the Mets, who were no hit for 7 2/3, come through to get it even. Daniel Murphy breaks up Despaigne's no-hit bid with a double. And David Wright sneaks one up the middle to drive him in. And the Mets get even 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th in San Diego. pitcher for the Mets is Jeurys Familia. So Familia will hit in the 6th hole, which will then lead off in the 9th. So it's going to be a 1-inning stint for Familia. He has been the workhorse of the Mets bullpen. 47 games now.
Well, he and Torres have gotten a lot of work. David Wright in at the corners at third.
Well, Venable will lead off in the bottom of the 8th. Venable, DeNorfia, and Gobert, the 3 scheduled hitters. Venable 1 for 3 today at a base hit up the middle and stole a base against Zach Wheeler in the 6th. So Wheeler now off the hook. He pitched awfully well as Familia sails his first one. Not the first time we've seen Familia do that on his first pitch.
He can do that. He's got that funky delivery, funky motion. That just gets away.
Wheeler went 6, allowed 1 run and 8 hits. An intentional walk and 7 strikeouts. Danny Evelyn pitched a 1-hit 7th. And now Familia in the 8th. And he misses low with the sinker, 2-0. Well, the Mets are heading to Seattle to play a Mariners team that's gone 28 innings the last 2 days against the Angels. The Mariners had a 5-4 lead going to the bottom of the 9th. The Angels tied it up against Fernando Rodney and now threatening to win it with 1st and 3rd and nobody out. And there's a strike, 2-1. Chris DeNorfia waiting on deck. Cracked in the air to deep right center. Back in the gap goes Lagares, but he watches it. Hit off the fence. Venable on his way to 3rd. Murphy can't make a relay throw, and it's a triple for Will Venable.
Boy. This ball is smoked. I thought it was out, Gary. I gave you the wrong signal. This ball, you get it past Lagares, you got to smoke it. That's in a deep part of the ballpark. And Murph's got to get the ball quickly. And Venable can run, and San Diego's in business.
Venable, who had really been struggling, has seen his back come alive in this series. 4 hits, a home run last night, a triple today, his 2nd of the year. Now the infield has to come in to face Chris DeNorfia.
They're going to stay in until they get 2 outs.
Well, Familia in a spot where he needs strikeouts, and he fires a 98-mile-an-hour fastball by DeNorfia. DeNorfia today has grounded out twice and struck out 0 for 3. Padres now with 10 hits, with just the 1 run on Grandal's home run back in the 4th. And now threatening to regain the lead in the 8th. And DeNorfia waving at the slider. 0-2. Joaquin Benoit, the new San Diego closer after the trade of Houston Street to Anaheim, getting up in the bullpen.
Oh, very nice.
That's a condo cam.
Oh.
The camera across the street. 0-2 to DeNorfia. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Familia, 1 away.
That is just not even close. He reaches back and fires, and DeNorfia just didn't have a chance. Totally overmatched.
Now you got Chris Nelson. You got Jake Gobert at the plate. Chris Nelson on deck. Left-hand hitter up. Right-hand hitter next. 99 on the Cholula gun. See how the Mets decide to play this. I think they might set up the double play, and that's exactly what they will do. So Gobert will get the intentional pass, and Nelson, who's been in the big leagues for 3 days this season, but has been on base 3 times today, will come up in a double play situation.
You know something, Gary? He's not out of the woods yet, Familia, and I don't care. When you see a leadoff triple, game on the line late, and he reaches back and throws 99, 98, and takes care of the next hitter in 3 pitches, that shows some guts. I like that.
Well, it certainly shows you what he's capable of.
Yep. Well, he knows he needed to strike out. He had a right-hander up there. And he could have done it 96. He threw it 99, 98. He really reared back and fired.
There's ball 4, so Gobert goes to first. And pitchers have only walked 2 today. They've both been intentional walks. The first one went to Chris Nelson, who's going to bat now. And Worthen heads out to the mound to talk to Familia. Scouting report here before going after Nelson.
Well, Nelson likes the ball out over the plate.
Well, Familia's going to run that sinker in on him. That's his game.
We'll see how they play the defense on the middle infield. You know the corners will be in.
I would suppose you have to hedge at second and short. You don't want to play regular double play down. A little more shallow.
Yes. Because you got to be able to get the slow roller. Oh, but you got Venable at third, who is going to go on contact here. There's no question.
Ask him. So here's Nelson with a chance to give the Padres the lead.
So Murph doesn't know what to do. He's looking at the dugout. Help me. Where do you want us? And that's where they should be. Slow roller, go home. You have slow roller, you're not going to have a shot to get Venable.
Might have to watch out for a squeeze bunt as well. Might be the play with Wright playing back at third.
I don't think they're going to do it with Familia.
Grounded to third, might be 2. Right to Murphy, the turn, got him, double play, side retired. Familia out of a big-time jam. Venable with a leadoff triple, Familia with a strikeout and a double play, and he gets the Mets out of it in the bottom of the 8th. Nicely turned, Murphy in the middle, and Familia pumped up. On to the 9th in a 1-run game. And now they combine to get the Mets out of a huge jam.
Well, David plays the long hop, gets rid of it quick, perfect feed, tailor-made. Really gave a lot of line to Nelson, and it paid off.
Now we go to the 9th, and the Padres go to their new closer, Joaquin Benoit, who took the loss on a Friday night. Eric Young Jr. will bat for the pitcher. So Familia, that's big time work by him after giving up the leadoff triple. Able to get himself out of the jam without any scoring. Young pinch hitting, corners in against him, and he fights off the first pitch fastball, 0-1. EY appeared as a pinch hitter yesterday, drew a walk, but then was caught stealing.
What a performance right there by that young man. And he's been in trouble before. Remember in San Francisco, he got in. You weren't there, Gary. He got in trouble in San Francisco, bases loaded, and got out of it.
I was watching. 1-1 to Young with Lagares and Tejada to follow. Well, Vic Black is up in case the Mets don't score. Henry Mejia in case they do. 1-1 game in the ninth. Mets have had just 3 hits. They all came consecutively in the 8th. And that's off the plate. 2-1 to Young. Benoit's got the great changeup. Mets were able to fashion a run against him thanks to a leadoff walk in the 9th inning Friday night. Granderson worked out the walk, and then with 2 out, d'Arnaud singled him home.
Hmm.
2-2.
High fastball right down the middle, plenty of plate.
Two to EY, and the changeup misses. Full count. Joaquin Benoit has not often been asked to be a closer. He was last year in Detroit, but he's been a setup man most of his career and very successfully. And he strikes out Eric Young to start the 9th inning.
High fastball. Young has trouble with it upstairs. Swung right through both of them.
So 1 out and nobody on. Now Juan Lagares, who's gone 0 for 2 in a walk today. In Anaheim, the Angels rallied for 2 in the bottom of the 9th and beat Seattle 6-5. So the Mariners lost 2 of 3 in that series, and then they'll go home to welcome in the Mets tomorrow night. And Lagares tries to get the bunt down, but not a good one. And Benoit easily throws him out. 2 away. Let's check in with the studio, see what's coming up on WB Mason postgame live. Steve Gelbs and Bobby Ojeda, guys. We'll get it to you eventually, boys. Could be a much longer afternoon.
Well, and you got that right. It could be.
Ruben Tejada settles in. Tejada 0 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch. And he nubs one right back to Benoit, who has himself a much easier time than he did Friday night. A 7-pitch inning, and he takes care of the Mets in the top of the 9th. Vic Black will be on to pitch the bottom of the 9th in a 1-1 game. To the game today, 3 games at Safeco Field and 4 at Miller Park in Milwaukee before they finally get home a week from Monday to take on the Phillies.
And Mr. Black takes the mound. Pitched a third of an inning last night.
Black retired to Northia on a fly ball, the only man he faced in last night's game. A lot of Met fans around town today. Perfect place to take a summer baseball vacation here in San Diego, where it's been a beautiful day, as it generally is. Carlos Quentin's going to pinch hit for the Padres. Quentin, who has just struggled mightily since coming back from his latest knee injury, started the opening game of the series, went 0 for 4. We haven't seen him since. So Quentin will bat for the pitcher, then Amarista and Headley in the bottom of the ninth. I was talking about that Seattle Angels game today. Of note for the Mets today was that Roy McClendon, the Seattle manager, tried to get a 5-out save from Fernando Rodney, his closer. Rodney got 2 outs in the 8th and 2 in the 9th, but then the Angels scored 2 and got the win. And I wonder whether that takes Rodney out of play for the series opener against the Mets tomorrow night.
Well, for the 2 extra inning games, too, the bullpen's going to be a little bit taxed.
I mean, that's 37 innings they've played the last 3 days, and hard fought to the end today. Blaine Boyer gets up in the San Diego bullpen. Josh Edgin will stay busy in the Mets bullpen. So here's Quentin facing Vic Black, and he takes the curveball down for ball 1. Carlos Quentin, in the last 9 years he's been in the majors, he's played 100 games 3 times. When healthy and fully functioning, he's a very dangerous hitter, but he's just never healthy. 31 years old now out of Stanford. There's Amarista on deck.
I see a Ron Darling uniform down there, a Metsy uniform down in the box seats behind home plate.
Ronnie's back in play tomorrow night, right?
Yes, he is. He's coming out of the bullpen.
And now Black behind on Quentin, 3-0. Of course, this is what you get with Vic Black, the tendency every once in a while to lose the strike zone. What you don't want is to do that in a tie game in the bottom of the ninth. And there's ball 4. Quentin is on with the winning run.
Do you go to the left-hander, Mr. Collins?
Well, I would think you do. You got Amarista, left-hand batter. We'll get a pinch runner now for Quentin, who doesn't run well at all. They'll bring in Cameron Maben to run for him. There's Maben. I mean, you got Amarista, left-hand batter. Headley, who's a much better left-hand hitter than right. And Seth Smith, a left-hand batter.
He's going to keep him in there. He's a crossover pitcher. You can get both sides out.
I guess my question is, why do you have Edgin up if you're not going to bring him in at this point?
Well, men get in scoring position here. Right in at third.
Amarista ready to bunt. Black pounces off the mound and misses it, and everybody's safe.
Oh boy.
Black was looking to be aggressive with it, thinking he might have a play at second. Instead, he had no play.
He had a play at second, and he just looked up too quick. Everything's fine. Go for just a little bad footwork there. And the Pods are in business.
So it'll be a sacrifice, an error on the pitcher. And now the Padres have the winning run at second and nobody out. Well, the Mets survived an 8th inning. After a leadoff triple by Venable, Familia was able to work his way out of it. Now Black has bought big-time trouble here in the 9th, issuing a walk and then committing an error.
Well, do you bunt Headley? I don't think you do. He's been swinging the bat good. You could.
Well, if you bunt Headley, then you know the Mets are going to bring in the lefty with Smith, the left-hand hitter, and then Grandal, the switch hitter, is a much better left-hand hitter than right.
Break up that tea party out there on the mound.
It's an interesting call. I mean, Headley has been, such an important RBI bat for the Padres in the past, but it's obviously not been his best season. Their best hitter has been Seth Smith, who's next. Mets do not appear as though they're going to set up looking for the bunt. Maben at second, Amarista at first, so a lot of speed out there for the Padres.
This is the out right here.
Headley 1 for 4 today and a pop fly double in the 5th.
Remember, Headley has 2 blind drive base hits to left center field. There's ball 1, and he's swinging. That's just foolish. Walked the guy in 4 pitches. Oh, big overswing. Base hits, all that's needed to win the ball game. And you got a guy swinging from his shoelaces.
Oh, 1 from Black, and Headley fouls it away. Now Vic's ahead 0-2. Headley, who drove in 115 runs 2 years ago, has 32 this year, which, by the way, leads the Padres. 32 RBIs on the 20th of July.
Team that's hitting .214. And we mentioned the other night the record was it 64? Was it
68 Yankees.
68 Yankees with 214.
Tejada trying to keep Maben close, and Vic Black trying to keep Maben closer. But 0-2 to Headley. Wouldn't bite on the curveball. 1-2.
Nice block by d'Arnaud.
Seth Smith waiting on deck. Block has dug himself a hole and now trying to shovel his way out. One, two. And the curveball sails way up high. 2-2.
Well, this one is just doesn't even. It's a spinner. And didn't spin enough, I guess, huh?
Spun up, just didn't spun down.
Big pitch.
Maben the winning run at second. Nobody out. Pickoff try. And Maben gets the hand back. Two and two to Headley. Might be two. Murphy gets the out at first. Now they have to watch Maben. Tejada gets the tag for the double play, and Maben holds at third.
Wow.
Not sure why Murphy didn't just throw the ball to second base and get an easy double play, but the Mets wind up turning it anyway. And now Maben at third with two out.
You've got to knock Murph into the next county. That is, you can't do that.
But Keith, why didn't Murphy just throw the ball to second? Why does he do it that way?
He's not going to get two the other way.
Really?
I think it was hit too slowly.
Okay.
I don't question Murph in that play. Once the runner held up, the runner's got to come and hit Murph and knock him down to keep out of two.
That's will bring in the left-hander Josh Edgin to face Seth Smith, trying to get this game to extra innings. We'll be right back to San Diego. game to extra inning.
Well, if ever there was Edgin had that great streak going of getting the first batter, he needs to get it here or this ball game is over.
Cameron Maybin, the potential winning run at third with 2 outs. Seth Smith, the batter, has not had all that many at bats against left-handed pitching. Just 4 for 26 against lefties this year. Smith 2 for 4 today, and he takes a slider off the plate for ball 1. Smith faced Edgin in last night's game and hit a fly ball to pretty deep center field that Lagares ran down. Bounced down to first, a foul ball. And another fine play by the ball club.
She is flawless down there. Pretty much straight up. A little bit of the shade to the opposite field in the outfield. A lot of right field line given up by Granderson.
1-1 to Seth Smith, and a slider had him fishing. 1-2.
This is what Josh has come back throwing very effectively against left-handers. That big sweeping slider.
That squirmed out of trouble in the 8th, trying to do it again in the 9th. 1-2. Check swing, and it goes foul.
Boy, oh boy.
Can you imagine?
Check swinging over David's head for a game winner.
Had the looks of that for a moment.
That is ugly.
Does he need to come inside once?
Could off the plate. I wouldn't throw it for a strike. Then I'd go right back with that slider.
1-2 from Edgin, and he bounced the slider, and d'Arnaud stayed with it.
Kind of goosed that one in there. A little Archie Bell there.
Nice. That one get past him today that was actually scored a pass ball when it shouldn't have been. It was back in the 6th inning. 2 pass balls in the game last night. You got Yasmani Grandal on deck, a switch hitter who's much better from the left side than the right. 2-2 to Smith, and another one off the plate, full count. So you don't have to throw him a strike.
You're a left-hander, you're in there to get a lefty out. You know, you got a switch hitter that's going to hit right-handed. Now, granted, he's not a good right-hand hitter, or hasn't had success this year. But it's a lefty-lefty matchup.
Well, she could also walk Rondal and pitch to Venable if she chose to.
I don't want any part of Venable. He's the better hitter of the trio against lefties.
3-2 now to Seth Smith. Soft tapper. Edgin falls over and can't get it there in time, and the Padres win the game.
Oh my.
Edgin lost his footing, lost his glove, lost the ball, and the Mets lose the ball game on an infield hit off the bat of Seth Smith. The Padres win it 2-1 and take the series 2 games to 1.
Oh my goodness. Left-hander falling off to the left third base side of the mound. Has to cross over on the slow roller. Little bouncer. Oh, he did the reverse. That's what happened. Oh boy, what a way to lose it.
Well, once Edgin went down, it was going to be a tough play, and then when he bobbled the ball, there was no chance.
Oh boy. See, when he went there, he got tripped on the mound, and then just a tough way to lose.
Well, the Mets survived an 8th inning that featured a leadoff triple But two misplays by pitchers in the ninth inning cost the Mets. First, Black unable to pick up a bunt, and then Edgin unable to cleanly field an infield dribbler that wins the game for San Diego on a day when the Padres came within 4 outs of their first ever no-hitter. Mets were able to get even, but they end up losing it in the bottom of the ninth. Your accurate game summary. Adrisamer Despaigne was the story of the day. 7 2/3 no-hit innings before Daniel Murphy broke it up with a double. David Wright tied it with a base hit. Familia got himself out of a huge jam in the 8th, only to see Black and Edgin unable to hold it in the 9th, and the Padres win it 2-1. New York Mets baseball on SNY is brought to you by Lexus, introducing a car designed with one purpose: to stand apart. The 2014 Lexus IS, it's your move. By Xerox, the company that simplifies the way work gets done. By Geico. And by Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi Motors invites you to find your own lane. Final score this afternoon: the Padres 2.